Good morning, trainees, and welcome to another training session. Today, before we go into our topic and delve some more into our topic, I know it is a morning session, so some of you might be feeling a little gloomy and you're not really ready to participate. But to get you guys moving and your brains active, I'm going to ask you guys to think of a color. And when you think of that color, I want you to make that connection to professionalism. So when you think of the color, ask yourself, how does this color describe me as a professional and why? So if, for example, my color is blue, I would say that the color blue signifies a level of calmness. So when my coworkers come around me, they will feel a sense of calmness, and this calmness can lead to less conflict in the workplace and will also result in customers feeling welcome at the workplace. So I see today that we have one male, and that is Lincoln. I'm going to start off with our male to share with us his color and why is it that he selected this color and made the connection to professionalism. Lincoln, go ahead.
My color is purple. And why purple? Purple has a royal look. It makes you feel special. So I like to see ladies dressed in their fine purple suit and men in their long sleeve purple shirt with the matching ties. It makes them look immaculate and royal.
Thank you, Lincoln. So you selected the color purple, and you said that you see the color purple as a level of professionalism and royalty, right? So you're saying that your workers or your employees or customers will feel royal just by wearing the color purple. Thank you very much, Lincoln. I see we have another green in today's lesson, today's training session. I'm going to ask her, Vanessa Green, to share with us what is your color?
My color is black, and for me, black signifies strength. And in all professional work environment, all persons should display strong, positive characteristics for the environment to be productive.
Thank you, Miss Green. Strong black woman you are. Thank you. And we'll be moving now on to Santina Hales. And after Santina, we move on to Tennille and then Santasha. And then we move down the line to Donique Wint Miller.
Good morning. So my color that I will use to represent professionalism is yellow. And yellow for me, it signifies a beacon of hope or a light of hope. This is because sometimes we come to the workplace and we feel stressed or demotivated, or we may be going through different adversities. And I believe that once there's hope in an environment, it can motivate or propel us to feel strengthened, like what my teammate would have said, Vanessa. And strength is important, just as hope, because once there's hope, persons can look forward to something greater and they can feel empowered.
Thank you, Ms. Hales. Right, hope. And that is very important in the organization. And as a professional, hope employees feeling hopeful. I have a reason to be here. And as she said, sometimes you may feel whatever it is that you're going through, her color would give or allow her co-workers to feel a sense of hope. Tennille, go ahead.
My color is white. I believe white represents calmness, and it is important for us to be calm when dealing with customers and our colleagues, because many times the working environment is very stressful. But if it is that we remain calm, then we can have a positive impact. As the famous Bible verse says that a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So I believe that if we remain calm in all our doings, then we will have a smooth day as we go along.
Thank you very much, Taniel. White representing that level of calmness, and thank you for including that scripture. And it is important too to remember that professionalism, while we're being professionals, we must be mindful that there are times that we will have to, you know, persons might be insult us, but be careful of what it is that we say. And we can depend on Taniel to offer that sense of calmness in the work environment. Miss Hutchinson?
Yes, my color that I chose is yellow also. The reason why I chose yellow is that there comes points in time where persons may be depressed or they are gloomy, and I see yellow as a ray of sunshine, the light in their life, someone that will give them encouragement and also someone that will make them smile, give them positive outlook on life or positive outlook on whatever situations they are going through.
Thank you. And I see there that's your thoughts with Santina and Santasha picking yellow, you know, giving them some sense of hope. I see that coming out as well. And we now wrap up this icebreaker session before we delve into our topic for today. We go to Mrs. Donnie Quintemiller.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I actually have two colors, blue and yellow. For blue, I'm thinking about reliability and trust. So being a professional, you must be reliable and you have to be trustworthy. Yellow, for me, yellow signifies vibrancy or being vibrant and team spirit. And I believe that team spirit is a very important characteristic of a professional or being a professional.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Miller. Nice way to end our icebreaker activity. You used the one that we started with, which was the color blue, and the one that we are ending with is the color yellow. And you did a great collaboration with both colors, reminding us that as professionals, we need to be reliable. And all these words, these key words that you use while you were describing your level of professionalism, some of these words you will realize that they will come out through our training sessions. So keep them in mind, and when you hear them, it will ring a bell. What is it that I want you to leave here with at the end of this training session? So our learning objectives are: one, I want you to be able to formulate a definition for the term professionalism using a mind map. Then I want you to be able to identify 5 characteristics of professionalism after you have watched a video presentation. Then you should be able to discuss the importance of professionalism in the workplace. Share 2 ways the tips highlighted in the video can be used to improve your professionalism within the work environment. Express orally 5 benefits associated with professionalism in the workplace. Then, for those of you who are artistic in nature, you will get the chance to draw a mind map illustrating your understanding of professionalism. And I know I must have some actors and actresses in here today, because you'll be given the opportunity to demonstrate through role play how professionalism impacts conflict based on a scenario that I'll be giving you. Now, I would like 2 persons to share with me what word or words come to your mind when you hear the word professionalism.
Attitude.
Thank you, Vanessa. Attitude. One more person.
Behavior.
Behavior, conduct. Thank you. So I hear the word attitude, behavior, and conduct. Key words that you should always remember. So at the start of our lesson, we are hearing some keywords, and at the end, I hope that I will hear these or see these keywords coming out. So, what is professionalism? Bright, brilliant trainees I have with me today. It is the conduct, behavior, and attitude of someone in a work or business environment. And it is very important for you to understand this because the behavior of how you put yourself out there will determine whether or not somebody will want to come in to continue business with you, refer somebody to your organization, or even you may never know who is watching. Maybe your supervisor is watching, and based on your behavior, attitude, you may never know you could be up for a promotion. Have you ever experienced you have visited an organization and you realize that no, this place is very unprofessional, whether a fast food franchise, whatever it is, and you say you like this level of professionalism or you dislike something. Anybody you like to share with me if you have experienced extraordinary professionalism or the opposite?
This one is so common. A lot of times you go into a business place and the receptionist is there on her phone. And instead of saying to you politely or giving you a smile and say, give me a minute, she pays you no attention until she's finished.
Right. And that is true. And that is something we see happening a lot in many organizations, especially, I don't want to be bashing any young person, but especially with young people, they're always on their phones. And that is very unprofessional. Sometimes just greeting somebody with a smile will, allow them to feel welcome. I don't know what they might be doing on their phones, but just greet them with a smile to say, 1 minute, miss, I'll be with you shortly. That will help the business transaction to go by smoothly. So, what are some of the characteristics of professionalism? The ability to learn, right? So, as professionals, we should be able and open to the fact that, listen, even though I'm on the job, right? You should be open minded that I am willing to learn new things because you can you should be open. You can learn from your coworker, you can learn from a customer, whatever it is, you can learn from many different sources. Another thing, conscientiousness. Anybody, I'm going to ask Santina, explain to me or tell me, share with me when you hear these characteristics of professionalism, what comes to your mind? Santina, you there?
Means you should be thinking about others, their feelings, and how our behavior will affect them.
Right. Thank you very much, Lincoln. Thinking about others and their feelings. And how is it that what you do may affect the interaction with the customer? Right. Another characteristics of professionalism, and here we saw it coming out earlier when Vanessa gave her example, interpersonal skills. How is it that you relate to not just your co-workers, but customers or everybody? A lot of persons, I see here, I see that you guys are wearing logo shirts, right? So you are representing the organization while you are at work and even when you're on the road. So how you relate to persons will have a lasting impression on people, whether or not they say, hold on, what is on your shirt? Just because you gave a smile, just because how you greeted them will probably encourage more business or create more revenue for your organization. So it is very important that you pay attention or you are mindful of your interpersonal skills. Now, I would like somebody to share with me now. Anybody, just raise your hand or open your mics and share with me adaptability and integrity. What called these two characteristics? And I heard when Donique was sharing, right? She spoke about reliability. So I want somebody to tell me the last two characteristics of professionalism are adaptability and integrity. Somebody just share with me what comes to mind quickly.
In terms of adaptability, I think it's how well you handle a particular situation. Because depending if you're in customer service, a client or a customer may be boisterous to you, and it depends on how you answer that person, your tone of voice. Because take into consideration how you portray yourself and how you communicate with this person may either resolve the problem or escalate the problem to another level. So it's how well you solve certain problems, I think,
May
in
I
terms of
answer that?
adaptability.
Yes, Tonique, I see you're
Right. So for
buzzing.
me,
You
I
want to go
think
ahead?
it has to do with how you adjust to different environments
Right,
or
right,
different conditions. Say, for example, you are employed at a restaurant
right.
and you are employed to do cashiering. But say for the day you have more than one cashier and you are asked to fill in as a server. So adaptability will come in right
Mm-hmm.
there, and then you
Right.
see how best you can fit in as a server, even though your job description was a cashier.
Yes. And that is very good, Donique, right? Being able to fit in another area of the organization, even though you may have been employed to do a specific task, right? That flexibility then that you would need to possess within your organization. So even though, yes, you may be employed to answer phone calls, but then I may need you to do something else, and how quickly you adapt in the organization. And the final one, integrity. Quickly, I want you guys to share with me, how do you view the characteristic of integrity?
Integrity is how honest you are, how trustworthy you are, and how persons view you as you when you're
Right. Right. Thank you very much, Lincoln, and thank you everybody for the persons who participated. Right. How honest you are, and honesty. You would hear this from primary or prep school, that honesty is the best policy. So your integrity. And if persons know, persons will be like, Donique, I know Donique would never do this, or she would not say this, because I know that she's a person of integrity. Or Tenil would not do this because I know that she's a woman who has integrity. All right, thank you very much. So again, the characteristics of professionalism: ability to learn, conscientiousness, interpersonal skills, adaptability, and integrity. Now, I would like to share with you a video for tips for professionalism. So go ahead, and the video will be played now. Tips for professionalism. It seems my technical team is having a bit of technical difficulties. So um let me just quickly, so while she gets ready with the tips, with that video for tips for professionalism, I'm going to just quickly move on and explain the benefits of professionalism in the workplace. And there are quite a number of benefits. How is it? You might be asking, Miss, but why should I be professional? Because the truth, it is so hard to keep up this appearance of being professional all the time. Sometimes I'm really not in the mood to be professional, even when my superior or supervisors, they aren't professionals, they aren't being professional. Why is it that I should still be a professional? And this question would plague your mind, I know, a lot, because we are human beings and we cannot forget that you're human beings and you won't always feel the need to be a professional, but there are benefits of being a professional in the workplace. So the first benefit is that it can sharpen your knowledge. Now you must be saying, really, how can being professional sharpen my knowledge? Now, through seminar, like a seminar as this, right, you get to learn new ways, benefits, tips, reminders of what it is like to be a professional. So being a professional, going to professional seminars, reading, getting hands-on experiences, training sessions will enhance your knowledge or sharpen your knowledge, what you already know, build on what you know, because guess what? You are amongst employees from different backgrounds. They have different experience. So when you come into a training session like this, you will hear, or person will be able to share with you how is it that they deal with different situations that they face, because you might just be amazed at what it is, or what is it that they face. You're like, I didn't know somebody else was experiencing this as well. And you will learn how is it another way in which you can be professional in the workplace. All right. It makes employees feel satisfied. So when you are a professional, you become more confident and you perform your job more effectively. Right? I won't be going to all the benefits. I'll just be sharing just five, right? No, because it is there and you have the training manual with you as well, so you can go through it. Enhances business reputation. And earlier we spoke about this, that you are here wearing branded shirts and persons will see that, listen, okay, they operate in this manner. I want to give this company my money, or I want to spend money with this company. Don't you agree with me, trainees? Right,
Yes.
right. So you want to ensure that you enhance business. It helps to enhance business reputation. Now they will feel like, okay, this is a good company. Another thing, it makes succession planning easier. So when your boss or supervisor see that, listen, this person, Vanessa, she's very professional. I have seen customers disrespect her, and she has kept her conduct and behavior are always on par. Right? So when a promotion comes up, they will be like, I think Vanessa should at least go up for the interview to put herself, market herself to be able to go out there for that position. And then it offers more benefit to the organization as a whole. Anybody wants to share with me what you think? What are some of the benefits, or how you think the organization could benefit if you are a professional in the workplace?
If it increase revenue, the
In
companies increase revenue, marketability, also network building, because word of mouth, promotion, other persons will tell somebody else and somebody else come and invest in the company.
Right. Thank you very much, Santina. And that is true. Word of mouth. And that can either make or break your company. So if you do good, people are going to talk about it. And if you do bad, they're going to talk. So you have to ensure that at all times you are, or as much as possible, you are doing good. Now, why is it important for you to be professionals in the world? Before you go to the next slide, why you think I need just one person to tell me why you think it is important for professionalism in the workplace?
It increases your marketability.
Increases marketability. One more person, just throw it out there. Why you think it is important?
It also represents the mission, vision, and the vision and vision statement of the company, as well as the standards and principles that the company is operating by.
Right. Thank you so much. And remember, as she says, mission and vision, and your vision statement is a statement that is where your company will be in the future. Where is it that you see your company going and being? So therefore, being it is important for you to be professionals in the workplace so that you can also be reminded of what is it that the company stands for. So, what are the importances of professionalism in the workplace? Establishes appropriate boundaries, encourages personal improvement, promote and maintain accountability, establishes respect for authority and yourself, boosts respect and minimize conflicts. Now, establishes appropriate boundaries. You have to ensure that, listen, persons understand that we are co-workers, so there are certain lines you should not cross. Encourages personal development, improvement. You're a professional, you want to be a better person every day. Accountability, and this can be linked to integrity too, and you are taking responsibility for your actions. Establishes respect for authority and yourself, self-explanatory if you ask me, and boosts respect and minimizes conflict. Now, I don't know if our technical team is able to play our next video. At the bottom, you will see that there is a bar. All right, it seems as if she's not able to. So let us get into the group. Let us quickly, let us change position at this time. And you'll be doing a role play. I'll be quickly going through the scenario for you. And then when we come back from the role play, I'll be asking two participants just to enact the scenario. So the scenario is a customer ordered an office equipment, an industrial printer, and it was delivered in good working condition. Based on the quotation received, the customer paid for the equipment via online transaction, but was later called and informed that the quotation received was underpriced. Now, the customer is refusing to pay the difference for the equipment received and insists that the customer representative pays the additional balance, being that it was his or her error. Imagine that. So I would need somebody to just quickly demonstrate that for us. And then we will be looking at questions, or the guides that I'll be using as a guide is that what professional or unprofessional behaviors were evident in the scenario, justify your response, and what changes, if any, would you make in the given scene. Okay, do you all understand what you'll be doing?
Yes, miss.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we are going to have a 2 minute break with our members.
Yes, you will have a 2 minute break, and then we will just come back and you will get the chance to start.
Yeah.
All right, now that you're back from your break, I know the time was not enough, and I know you'd want to do more, but the time is against us. So I'm going to just ask Lincoln and Santina to quickly just quickly a little demonstration for us about the scenario. Then we'll have a quick discussion, and then before you know it, we'll be wrapping up the lesson. Go ahead, Santina and Lincoln.
Hello, could I speak to your branch manager?
Good morning to you too.
Yes, I have a problem. Last month, I purchased an item from you and you gave me a price quotation. And I asked if there would be any markup on it, and you said no. That is the latest price you have on that money. Now, yesterday I received an email saying that I have to pay additional because the price that was quoted was misquoted by somebody in the customer service division. I don't understand. Can you explain?
Okay. What you said the name again? What was the name again, sir?
Mr. Green,
Okay, Mr. Green. Let me apologize for the inconvenience caused. What I'll do is that I'll get my manager for you and I'll brief her of the situation and we will see how best we can assist. Please have a seat. You can also make yourself comfortable and make yourself a cup of coffee and have a snack while you wait for the manager.
all right, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, Lincoln and Santina. Look at that. Would you say, or let us quickly have a discussion here. What professional behavior, because I don't know if you saw any unprofessional behavior, then please share. So what professional or unprofessional behavior was evident in the scenario?
The customer did not say good morning. He seemed
Okay.
distracted.
All right. Any
But that's perception.
as perception, okay? Any professional behavior you saw there?
The customer care personnel, she held her composure throughout the whole conversation with the person who came there.
Right. And any other professional behavior or unprofessional behavior?
Yes, the receptionist, she quickly apologized for the inconvenience the customer had, and she even offered him a snack while he waited for the manager to get him a little bit comfortable, seeing that
Right.
he is not in the best of mood.
Right. So we see, so first, as highlighted, is that the customer forgot completely about professionalism on his part. And that was because he was disgruntled. Because how is it that I came and I spent my money and something transpired? So he forgot his manners. Now, as humans, it would be natural for us to want to respond and be like, so this man can't say good morning, right? But the customer service representative, she understood that, okay, it's a case where he is not, there mentally because he's upset. And going back to our introductory or icebreaker activity, when Tenili was a soft answer, her color represented the color white. Now here is Santino responded in a calm manner. She apologized and she took responsibility. And she said, you know what? I'm going to pass on the information to her superior so that the matter can be addressed. And just by how she spoke to Lincoln, it would have affected the entire situation. Now, why is it? Or I seem as if I was so excited about what happened that I went ahead and to justify the response. But I want to hear from you. Why is it that you said that he was unprofessional? And why is it that you identify some level of professionalism?
Um, First, he was unprofessional based on his approach. Yes, especially the fact that he is refusing to pay, because it would then mean that this additional money would be coming from someone's salary and that someone might have been the customer rep that assisted him.
Right.
Now, we would have observed during the role play that the manager came and the manager offered a gift certificate as well as apologized to him. And the manager would have, the company absorbed the difference because he is a customer, a traditional long-standing customer. And it was a sense where the manager stated that there was a glitch on their end where the system was concerned, the updating of the system was concerned.
Right.
So that is for me, and probably standing traditional customer, and this would have never happened to him before. Probably that was why he was disgruntled or behaved unprofessional.
Right.
Can
Any,
I add, can I say something, Miss?
please
I
do.
recognize that we are focusing on the customer as being unprofessional, but is the customer unprofessional?
You are asking if the customer is unprofessional?
Yes, in this instance, who is the professional? Is it the customer or the person offering the service?
Well, the
I'm just
person,
thinking.
right, and that is good, and that's a very good question too. You know, in this context, seeing that we are looking at professionalism in the workplace, we would really want to focus on Santina, who would be the customer service rep, and how is it that she dealt with, or how is it that she deals with a customer, a disgruntled customer, whether it is the customer, decided to say good morning or not. But we don't know too if the customer was representing another organization, because then again that would be another question. So it would be one workplace to another workplace. So we could look at it from that angle, but we still want to take it back. We want to wrap it up, and we want to
Right,
ensure
so
that we look.
where custom professionalism is concerned, I think the rep dealt with the situation very professional.
Right.
From start to finish, the rep was very professional.
Okay, so we can agree then that the customer service rep displayed a level of professionalism in the workplace. Yes?
Agreed, miss.
Okay, so question 3, what changes, if any, would you make in the given scene as it relates to the customer service rep's behavior? Any changes? Yes, no?
I wouldn't make any changes, miss, because the customer person was good. She handled the situation.
Okay, thank you. So the customer service rep did an excellent job, and you don't see any behavior that you'd like to change. However, I hope though that you guys would have taken something from that scenario and something that you can use to adapt. Remember, a characteristic of a professional is that you should be adaptable. All right, is my technical team ready for me? Can we go back quickly before we get to our culminating activity? We'll go back to our video, our first video, tips for professionalism, and then we'll move into our other video. My apologies. Is my technical team ready for me?
Yes, miss. Miss.
Okay, go ahead.
Just give us a moment, please.
Okay, no problem. And that is it with technology. We have to be mindful of the glitches.
Miss, like the glitch that the company system had with the quotation.
Right, like a glitch, like that, just like that. And here we are having our own glitch. No. Are you guys hearing?
No, miss.
Donique, we're not hearing.
But I am reading.
Okay, you're reading. Okay.
We're still having some technical difficulties. So what we can do is watch the video in our own timing.
Video.
All right, so I understand, but based on what we saw in the video, and Tina said it that she was reading, and if we were reading together, we would have seen at least two tips. And the first one was to make being on time a priority, and the other one would be dress appropriately. So these were just some of the tips that, there were other tips, but some of the tips that we should be mindful of as professionals, right? So our other video, I'm going to share it with you quickly, and then we'll move into our culminating activity. Are you hearing?
Yes. No, miss, you're not hearing the video.
All right, so it seems as if we're having some technical difficulties. So I'm going to just send a link to your emails so that you can have a look and watch these videos, because they're very, very important to this training session. So for a culminating activity, I'm going to leave you with the task of creating a mind map based on the lesson taught. And in the mind map, it should include the definition of professionalism, the different characteristics of professionalism, and the benefits of professionalism. Now, this is what we'll be doing to summarize the lesson or topic that we looked at, professionalism in the workplace. Okay? You will have 5 minutes to do this, and then I'm going to ask one participant to share their mind map. Okay?
Okay, Miss. Miss, is it possible that in the interim the video could continue run while we work on the mind map?
Okay, I'm going to try, and hopefully I will get the sound going so that you guys can get the chance to even watch the video on the 8 tips, because that one is very, very important.
Eight
Are
tips
you
on
guys hearing it
professionalism in the
now?
workplace. Tip number 1, make being on time a priority. Being late for work or meetings gives the
Yes,
impression
miss.
that you are unprepared and don't care about your job. Not only does this apply to 8 tips on professionalism in the workplace. Tip number 1, make being on time a priority. Being late for work or meetings gives the impression that you are unprepared and don't care about your job. Not only does this apply to start times, but also returning from lunch breaks. Tip number 2, dress appropriately. Not every workplace requires a suit and tie, so whatever clothing is accepted should always be neat and clean. Flip-flops, shorts, or tank tops should be saved for the weekend. Refrain from wearing anything too revealing. Tip number 3, stay positive. We all have our days, but we shouldn't take it out on our coworkers or patients in a healthcare setting. Leave the negativity at home and make the best out of your situation. Tip number 4, watch your mouth. There's no place for swearing at work. Using bad language seems as if you have a limited vocabulary. Tip number 5, offer to help colleagues. A true professional is willing to help his or her coworkers when they are overburdened. They aren't afraid to share knowledge, opinions, or simply an extra pair of hands. One person's success reflects well on everyone in the workplace. Tip number 6, don't hide from your mistakes. Take responsibility. Don't be afraid to take ownership of your errors and do your best to correct them, so you don't make the same mistake twice. Tip number 7, don't lie. Dishonesty never makes anyone look good, whether it's lying on one's resume or calling in sick. A true professional is upfront and doesn't hide the truth. And lastly, tip number 8, fight fair. It's inevitable that there will be disagreements in the workplace.
Okay, important tips. I hope you are ready to share your mind map. Let me stop sharing so I give somebody the opportunity to share their mind map. But as you get ready to share, who will be sharing their mind map with us today?
All right, Miss, I'll share.
Okay, thank you very much, Lincoln. So as Lincoln gets ready to share, remember the tips of being a professional. Make being on time a priority, not just in the mornings, but when you're coming from lunch. Dress appropriately. Not all organizations will allow you to wear uniform. It does not mean your skirt should be very short, ladies. And men, your pants should be so tight you can hardly sit. Stay positive. And we spoke about this through the presentation. Watch your mouth. And this as well is one more thing that came out while we were doing the seminar. Offer to help. Some persons, some employees, they are not very helpful. It's just me, myself, and I. And accountability. We spoke about this. Don't hide from your mistakes. Own up. Take responsibility for what is it that you do, whether good or bad. Be honest and always fight fair. Some very good tips that will take you through your work life. Go ahead, Lincoln, and share with us your mind map.
Professionalism, my definition is when someone go above and beyond their call of duty to assist someone in need. Professional don't lie. A professional learn from other person's mistake. A professional will always dress properly and dress to suit the occasion. A professional shares his ideas with his colleagues because each one teach one. A professional is always on time for work because he knows the benefits of time management. Those are mine.
Thank you very much, Lincoln. Thank you, or the only main male in today's training session. I hope that you will have your mind maps. You will keep those mind maps as reminders of being professional in the workplace. It was indeed a very good training session. I hope you will leave here being better professionals than you already were. I hope you have learned something new and you'll be able to impart knowledge to your fellow co-workers. Thank you very much for taking the time for being in this training session today. It was my pleasure being here with you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very much.
Miss, and we enjoyed our class today. It was very engaging and we learned a lot.
Thank you.